that's going to be a pretty good, pretty good barrier. That's going to be hard for the adversary to penetrate and break through. And everything starts in the home, and you have a solid home and solid truths are taught. A child is far more likely, or anyone living in that home is far more likely to adhere to truths of the gospel. Doesn't guarantee anything, but it's far more likely, and vice versa. You have deception and deceit and bitterness and anger and addiction and all these things in the walls of your home. It's that much easier for the adversary to penetrate and to completely destroy and break down all the potential good that could be there.
Yeah, it's no coincidence that the hastening of the work is in part happening by a hastening of temples being built. And right, those temples have temporal purposes in establishing the physical kingdom of God on the earth. But what's the real purpose of those temples? Well, to get people initiated into that priesthood order so that they can then go out of the temple, to your point, to their homes and establish home temples. Right? Because if every member of the church did that, I think as the Lord would have us do, right, that's power. That is the light of Christ being held up into the world, right? By having, like, there's, however many millions active members on earth, if every one of those households was truly a temple to the Lord, right? That's power. That is the light of Christ, the power of Christ in the world and without being of the world. And I think that's the truest application of temple doctrine that there can be, is that a independent patriarchal order, right? Righteous families being built up, established, and perpetuated on the rock of truth. Right? That is, you want a glimpse of the celestial kingdom, the celestial glory, there it is. Like, that's another one of those plain and precious truths, I think. You want us, like, celestial glory, like, oh, it's this profound thing. We say, like, what is it? How do we visualize it? Well, there it is. Righteous families living and perpetuating the gospel of Jesus Christ. That's celestial glory.
Yeah. That's the greatest way to take the temple home with you is build a massive steeple, light it up, especially if you're in Fairview, Texas. Go ahead and see how you see as tall as possible. They're not going to let us build a temple. We're just going to turn we're just going to turn every member's personal home in Fairview into a temple.
All we're trying to do is fulfill the commandment to be a light unto the world.
There you go.
Thank you for watching. If you found this content spiritually enlightening, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Like the gospel, these little things make all the difference, and it helps the algorithm push out better content for everyone to enjoy on YouTube.